Hello Heritage, welcome in this Tuesday edition of the 5-Star News. I'm Preston McDade.
And I'm NEELY Bailey, and we have a lot to cover today.
We'll talk about an upcoming field trip for our sophomores and some of our sports team wins from this past weekend.
All that and more coming up next on the show.
Now to get right into the news.
Here's our 5-Star sports reporters Alex Potoson and Robert Ricketts with What's Up Heritage.
What's up, Heritage? I'm Alex Potoson, and we've got some announcements for you today. Thursday, during the first half of lunch, there's going to be an FCA meeting, so go be there. And then also on Thursday, from 7 to 8 p.m., we're going to have a Catoosa County band exhibition. Go out there and support our Legion of Generals. And then Friday, in the theater, we're going to have a production of The Tempest playing. Go see your English teacher for more information. I'll hand it over to Robert for our 5-day weather forecast.
Thanks, Alex. Today we'll have a high of 96 and a low of 69. And on Wednesday, a high of 96 and a low of 71. On Thursday, we'll have a high of 98 and a low of 71. Friday, a high of 96 and a low of 71. And on Saturday, a high of 93 and a low of 71. Now I'll get you back to the anchors.
Thanks for that, you two. Looks like it's going to be another hot week.
Do you remember going on that Teen Maze field trip sophomore year?
Yeah, but I don't remember much about it.
Well, you're in luck because it's coming up next week, and our 5-Star News reporters Cooper Terry and Kayla Cumbie talk to some teachers and students about what to be expecting.
Sophomores, the Teen Maze is coming up next week. You do not want to miss this. It's going to be a great opportunity for you guys just to kind of evaluate how our individual choices can impact us. The Teen Maze is a great interactive setup over at the Catoosa County Colonnade, so you don't want to miss it again. Get your permission forms turned in by this Thursday here in the counseling office.
Hey, my name is David Sheehy, and I cannot wait for this year's Teen Maze. I cannot wait to see a bunch of gross body parts and learning about what could happen to me whenever I don't do the right thing. It's going to be so fun. It's going to be fantastic.
Okay, I'm going on the Teen Maze field trip this year, and I think it'll be a good experience and learn to make good decisions in my life.
I'm looking forward to the Teen Maze because it seems like it's a pretty cool field trip that you can learn a lot from.
Thanks for that story. Looks like it's going to be a fun field trip.
As most of you know, September 11th is tomorrow.
Yes, and we talked to some faculty here at HHS about where they were and what they were doing the day of this tragic event.
Take it away, guys.
When 9/11 happened, I was teaching U.S. history at Ooltewah High School. It was kind of interesting to be doing U.S. history at that moment. A teacher opened my door and said, "You need to turn on your TV," and just kept going. Turned on the TV, we started watching the news. About 3-4 minutes later, my wife called me and said, "Hey, have you seen what's going on?" I said, "Yeah, we already have the TV on." And so that whole day, we just watched coverage. And then even the next day, we really spent most of the day kind of watching coverage.
In 2001, I was in my second year of teaching, so it's a little while back. I remember hearing about that first plane going in the tower. We all thought it was just kind of an accident, some kind of bad error or something. And then, of course, we had the TVs on, and we were watching when that second plane hit, and realized it was some kind of attack, and weren't really sure what was going on.
Odd, you know, it was a tragic event, but the city was coming together and showing support for the USA. And I think I ended up working from about 8 in the morning till about 2 in the morning. Down there at Channel 3. It was just, it's something you'll never forget, and sometimes they're fun being in the news business, sometimes aren't so much fun, and that one was kind of ran the spectrum of everything. We saw everything. It was a crazy day, and I'll never forget it.
Thanks for that story, you guys.
It is about time for our midterm grades to come out. How are your grades, Preston?
I mean, they're pretty good.
Our 5-Star reporters, Zach Locke, Cameron Smith, and CJ King talked to some students here at HHS to see how they're doing this year.
Heritage. This week marks our first midterm grading period. Midterm ends on September 11th, which is Wednesday. Grades are due in the computers by the 13th. So students, very important that you get anything caught up that can be caught up, and hopefully get your grade where it needs to be. Teachers, also important times and dates that you get those in so that we can get progress reports ready to be sent home. I hope everybody's doing well in their grades and continue to do so throughout the year.
So midterms are coming up, and I need to get a few grades in order to try to get all A's. If I have any B's, it's going to be pretty bad for me, so I need to get all A's.
All right, so yeah, midterm grades are coming up. I think I'm pretty good this year. I know the past few years haven't been too good. As a senior, past 3 years I've been struggling a little bit, but I've been trying to work hard this year. I know how important they are, so everyone keep their grades up, turn everything in, and I got everything turned in, so everyone keep everything turned in.
Thanks for that story, guys.
Now time for a commercial break here on the show.
Stick around, sports is next.
Hello everyone and welcome to this Tuesday edition of 5 Star Sports. I'm Jackson Martin.
And I'm Luke Bussey.
How about that game last Friday?
Well, it started off a little bit closer than expected, but the Generals came out on top.
That's right, we're 3-0 on the season.
Seems to me we could put up a good fight against Tennessee.
Ain't that the truth? Here's Cade Collins, Jalen Hood, and Ryan Haley with a recap.
The Generals are all fired up and ready to take on the Indians as they storm the field.
On the opening kickoff, Logan Lowe fumbles, which leads to the first score of the game from the Indians.
Heritage quickly strikes back with a strong run up the middle from Maddox Rose for a 15-yard touchdown, tied 7-7.
I thought our coaches made some good adjustments at halftime. Our guys made some good adjustments, and we just really played better the second half. We had some bad bounces in the first half, had a turnover, getting the ball down there for a short field, but Coach New, Coach Led did a really good job. They just made some adjustments, and we made some plays. So
the Generals' defense comes up big with number 23, Jacob Lozano, recovering a fumble, but falls short of the touchdown.
Running back Gabe Ogle finishes the job with a powerful run to get the Generals up 14-7.
Gabe Ogle on the carry for the Generals.
The Generals are still rolling as Nick Hansen throws a 34-yard touchdown to Logan Lowe to extend the lead 21-7.
That's good for Heritage. Touchdown!
We had a slow start. It was a good game first half, 7-7. Then we came out the second half, just a lot more physical and put more points on the board. And when I scored that touch the first one, I just felt great. We had a lot more energy.
4 minutes into the fourth quarter, Nick Hansen throws a perfect lob to Logan Lowe as he makes an athletic jump over his defender for the catch. Generals up 28-7.
The Generals finish off the Indians with a score of 35-14 to move Heritage to 3-0. Go Generals! We talked to some excited players and coaches after the game.
It feels pretty good. I mean, we had a slow start. It was a good game first half, 7-7. Then we came out the second half, just a lot more physical and put more points on the board.
Big boys played great up front again, pounded the ball really well, and Nick was able to take the grass when they gave it to us and throw some good balls, so it was good.
It felt amazing. It was the first touchdown I ever had, so pretty good. I got my best friends lead block for me, getting downfield, getting big yards. It's great.
Now, Pepper's going to be good. Pepper will be good, so there ain't no off weeks for us, so that'll be okay. We'll worry about them on Sunday, though. We're going to enjoy this tonight and tomorrow.
On to softball now.
The Lady Generals won last Thursday against Pickens with a score of 11-3.
That's right. Our girls took care of the Dragons at the Taj.
This Thursday, we take care of the Lady Panthers from Ridgeland.
Here's Brady Hawkins and Chase Graham with the report.
We had two big region wins last week. It beat Lafayette, and then we beat Pickens. Lafayette game went into extras. Offensively, we struggled a little bit against Lafayette, but credit to their pitcher. They have a senior pitcher that is throwing really, really well for them. We challenged ourselves offensively to get a little bit better on Thursday with our approach. We did that a little bit. We struggled early, but you know, that's common right now in the season. So we're still just figuring out a way to focus on ourselves and focus on our identity and what we're going to do offensively.
We have a tough game coming up this week on Thursday. We play Ridgeland, and it's going to be a good one. We're just going to practice every day this week, work on what we need to. Probably going to hit a lot, field a lot, work on just not making errors in practice and communicating, because we had a little mix-up last game. But as long as we do that, keep practicing, I think we'll do well against Ridgeland.
Defensively, pitching, you know, those are probably our strong suits right now. You know, we just got to get better at the plate a little bit. And, you know, that starts with focusing on Thursday right now. Our next game is Thursday against Ridgeland at home. Every region game is huge, especially considering the implications of the region championship just being the 1 and 2 seeds from the regular season. There is no tournament.
I think the team is doing good so far. I think we've really come together since the beginning of the season, and we've come a long way. And it starts from practices and in the locker room and all that, so that's going good. And we have a few days to prepare for the Ridgeland game, but I think if we take these days and don't waste them.
Hey Luke, do you want to run a 5K after school?
No, not at all. Why?
The cross-country team had a meet, and I would like to see if I could hang.
Oh, I don't know. They have some pretty good runners.
That's what I heard. Here's Isaiah Lewis with the story.
All right, so this past Saturday, we had the 5-star stride here at Heritage High School. We had 22 teams from around the region and even into Tennessee. It was a hot morning, but both the boys and girls team came in second place behind Dalton and Coahulla Creek. So really proud of the effort. A few individual standouts include Allison Craft. She was second in the race overall. So a whole lot of girls out there, and she's right there in contention. Gavin Chandler, he was also second place. And these are really competitive races.
We did well, both boys and girls. Girls got second as well as the boys team did. There was a lot of good competition there for my league and region. I think our girls team could have improved with our times being closer together. There was a big gap in between our team, but that's something we can work on at practice. And then our next big race is September 17th at Edwards Park in Dalton.
Saturday went pretty well. I wanted to get first, but the kid in front of me definitely beat me by a good bit. He beat me by a minute, so definitely had a good lead on me. So team-wise, I think we need to fill in the gap between 4th and 5th, because we had a good lead on everybody until 5th place came in, and then we lost it right there. Our next meet is September 19th or 17th, I'm pretty sure. But it's another NGXCL meet, and we'll be racing the same people we raced on Saturday.
Sounds like it was a good weekend for our sports teams.
Finally on to our last story here on the show.
Let's take a look back to last Friday for a recap of our pep rally and see who won the Spirit Stick.
Take it away, guys.
Well, we got a good president, Juan Guzman, and he always chooses decent themes. This one was really good, though, Area 51. It's pretty creative. I don't think anyone's ever done that, so that's why we want it. Hopefully we can get like our whole section to go nuts and just hope for the best.
I think it's because teachers like the older grades more, so they all kind of just thought they should win, even though we had the best ideas and the best outfits and we looked the best. So that's all I got to say about that. Because they were the Indians and we were going to be Cowboys, because Cowboys versus Indians, which was pretty good. I think we should have got one of those things, but it's whatever.
Thank you. It feels pretty great to be the only class, or one of the only classes to win 3 in a row. I feel like we can also win the next 3, because, I mean, so far we haven't had much competition. Even in the games, like last week, Jacob, he won musical chairs, and I just knew after that I mean, there's no way we're going to lose. I was screaming for a minute solid, but I mean, never stop because, you know, nobody can beat us undefeated. We ain't done yet.
I don't know what an L is anymore, bro. All I know is dub and dub.
Well, all I can say is three-peat.
That's all the time we have for today on this Tuesday edition of the 5-Star News.
We'll be back on Thursday with a brand new show. So until then, stay classy, Heritage.